Alright, Joe, so I'm going to walk you through the 7 graphics that would need updated daily. Done some of the work ahead of time to make this video a little bit shorter. You're only going to need 2 browsers open throughout this. One is the ODH COVID-19 dashboard, and the other one is Flourish, which I will send you the login information for my account and the password. I will email that to you. So under the ODH dashboard, first thing we're going to do is open the dashboard. Going to grab this 14,694 number of daily cases for today. And at Flourish, you're going to be dealing with 7 graphics here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first one we're going to do is COVID-19 state total. Go ahead and open it up. Go to the data. All the way to the right. I've already done this, but what you're going to do is right click on the last column, insert column to the right. When you do that, you'll get a new column. You're going to want to put the day's date in, April 23rd. I've already done this for today. Put in that 14,694, which is the daily case count. And then hit export and publish, republish, you're done. Alright, next graphic we're going to do are the case map. So COVID-19 cases. Going to open that. Alright, while that's opening, I'm going to go over here to a CSV file called cases. Open that. Slide it over so I can work in 2 windows. And back to the dashboard, you'll see that there's a map of the state. Below it there are the counties with the individual case counts. You're going to sort once, sort twice, and then these should line up. Adams, Allen, Ashland, Ashbula. So they should line up with the exception that Vinton is not in the numbers yet. It may become a case total in the future, in which case you would have to add a column for Vinton. So I've already matched all these up, plugged in the numbers. What you want to do is make sure that 14,694 matches with what you put in. So I just kind of scrolled over all those. I do have 14,694. This is good to go. So I'm just going to save it and close that out. Come back to Flourish. I've got my COVID-19 cases in Ohio map open. Click on data. Instead of uploading a data file, which will erase everything, you want to go upload and merge. Now click on that upload and merge again. Back to cases, double click, import publicly. Now we have to make sure that the fields match up that we want the program to pivot or collect. They do now. Click merge. Imported 88 rows. Technically that's 87 rows. Vinton again is not on there. Alright, so let's see what it imported. It basically imported the 423 data, so I'm just going to change this to 423.20. And what you want to do is make sure that the value goes to BO instead of BN. I also did this. I changed the value for the state totals. That last graphic we did, I had to adjust it to the right one more so that it collects all that information. Back to the preview mode. Some information on the header that we have to update. This is yesterday's information, so I want to go into the header. It's 14,694 new cases with 2,960 hospitalizations, 656 deaths. Alright, so all that information is updated now. Graphic looks good. It goes all the way to April 23rd. Export and publish, republish. Alright, so to do the per capita map, we need to go back to the data on this one. So we're going to stay on the same graphic, go to the data, scroll all the way over until you see the counties. Alright, start at cell F1, click, and you're going to hold down shift, go all the way to row 88 as far right as you can. Keep holding down shift and push down. That will highlight everything from the counties to the right. Now you're just going to control C or however you want to copy that. You're going to come back over to our CSV files, open up cases per capita. Alright. And all I'm going to do is paste this information into here. Now all I want is the population, this column here, and the very last day. And from that I can calculate the per capita cases. So all of this stuff in between I'm going to get rid of. I'm just going to highlight it all, and then you can either right click and remove these, delete them, or you can just whatever hotkey function will let you get rid of them. Alright, so now I'm just going to put a simple formula in. The per capita equals the number of deaths divided by the population, that's in parentheses, and this is by 10,000 cases. Just going to fill in that formula all the way down. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it back in. Values and number formatting. Paste special, values and number formatting. Right now you'll see there's a formula in here. After we paste it, values and number formatting, no longer there's a formula, it's just the value. Alright, so I'm going to call this cases per capita. Actually, to save myself some time, I'm just going to call it 42320. I'm going to get rid of these, and this is all I need to upload now. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, close it out. Back to Flourish. We do not want to put the cases per capita on the cases map. We want to go to the per capita map, which is cases per capita. Once we've got that open, go to data. Again, we're going to merge, not replace everything. Upload and merge. Cases per capita, the file we just worked with. Import publicly. These are already lined up. Name, name. Merge now. And let's see what it imported. Bam, it just imported the last date. So again, it's already named 42320 because we changed the column in the CSV file. I just need to go down here to the values. Instead of going to CB, go to CC. And now our map goes all the way to 42320. Export and publish, republish. Alright, for the remaining graphics we're going to have to download the data set from ODH. So download the summary data. It's under the dashboard. I'm going to click on that file. And we've got it open. And we've got to manipulate the data a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is either sort or filter. I prefer to filter, so I've created a filter across the top row, and I want to sort by descending, so largest to smallest for death count. Just put all the ones with deaths, all the entries with deaths at the top. I want to get rid of this grand total row. We don't want that. And I just want to highlight from the very top left all the entries that have a death count. Alright, so I've got all those. Now I want to go data, summarize with pivot table, OK, and I'm going to call this tab deaths. I'm going to go back to the data. This time I'm going to grab everything. Once I've got everything highlighted, data, summarize with pivot table, OK. I'm going to call this one cases because this is technically every case in Ohio. So now we are going to open the next table and Flourish. So next up we can do COVID by age, which is a simple one. So open up COVID by age. And these are the number of cases broken down by gender and by age group. So we want to go over to the Cases tab, click in the pivot box, select sex and age range. Make sure that they're both on the left-hand side, sex on the top and the age on the bottom. Come down to case count and make sure it says sum of case count, not count of case counts, but sum. So this information here for the females is going to look very similar to the data behind the graphic here. So I'm just going to copy and paste it in. Do the same thing for men. Done. Export and publish, republish. That graphic's done. Next up, we're going to do deaths. So this is just the raw number of deaths per county, sorted in a way that people can identify which counties are the worst. So the data is pretty straightforward. It's just the county with the number of deaths. So we're going to extract that from the summary file by going back to the deaths tab. I want the counties on the left, so this gives you the names of the counties. Then on the right, I just want the simple death count, sum. Make sure it says sum. Alright, once I've got all of that, I'm going to save. So I want to make sure I grab just the county names and the death counts. I'm going to copy that, and I want to open deaths per capita, the deaths per capita file. Alright, I want to zero that out, get rid of everything. All I want in here is this death information. So I'm going to paste that in, call this column county, call this deaths as of 4/23/20. I'm going to save this file now. Now I'm going to go back to Flourish and basically upload that file to replace all of this information. So I want to get rid of this and put the new information in. We've been doing upload and merge. Now you need to do upload data file, which should already be preloaded. Go ahead and click on that. Put your deaths per capita file in there. Import publicly, and it'll just drop it right on top. Now you'll notice that the graphic is a little screwy. It's kind of hard to follow. It's in alphabetical order. I'm actually going to make the font a little bit smaller so that we can read all of those counties. There, you can kind of read them now. So we want to sort this so that you can see largest to smallest. Go back to data. This column B, click on the down arrow and sort from Z to A, largest to smallest. And you'll see that it's now switched from largest to smallest. We've also got to change the death count, which is now 656. So this header information needs changed. Go back to header. 656 deaths as of April 23rd or whatever day it might be. Export and publish, republish. That is now done. Alright, next graphic is the deaths per capita. So click on deaths per capita. What we're going to do is pull some information out of this, put it into our Excel sheet that we had open earlier, and manipulate it. Just add in the most recent information. So first thing I want to do, since this has deaths for 4/22 in here, I want to get rid of this column. So to get rid of it, actually I'm just going to leave it in there for now to make it easier. I'm going to leave it in. I'm going to go upload merge, and that last file that we just uploaded, I'm going to put in this one, deaths per capita. Make sure that these line up. Pick name, matches up with the county. Click merge now. And so what that did is it dropped all the deaths for 4/23 in here into a new column. Alright, so now what I want to do is kind of like I did with the cases. Come back over here to where it has the county names. Start there, and we're going to hold down shift and grab everything. Make sure you push all the way down to make sure you've got all the columns. Copy that. We're going to come back and open up our, oops, wrong one. We're going to open up deaths per capita. And I'm just going to paste all this right over top of it. Again, all I want are the name of the counties, the population, and the deaths for 4/23. Formula is in parentheses deaths divided by population times 100,000. So Marion has 4.6 deaths per 100,000. Fill in that formula. Then I'm going to copy it, and again paste special value numbers formats. I'm going to call this column deaths per 100,000 people. Alright, so now this spreadsheet is ready to be saved. I just Command S, Control S, whatever, or click on it. We're going to go ahead and close this out now. Come back over to Flourish, and this same map is still open. This is still the deaths per capita. Very important that we're making sure we're uploading this into deaths per capita, not cases per capita, because that will screw up the information. So I'm going to come back over. Again, upload and merge. Make sure that's selected. Throw this deaths per capita back in. Import. See, the names are not matched up. This is Marion County and Marion. It will not recognize that if the county's on there, so you got to find the one that says name where it gets rid of the county. So those will line up now. Click merge. Alright, and so what this did is it added in 1, 2, 3 more columns. This population column we do not need. This deaths column is already here as well. So let's highlight these two, right click, remove columns. Alright. Right now the map is recognizing the AO column here for deaths per capita. We want it to recognize the updated column AQ. So whatever that column is numbered, it's going to change as you insert more columns each day. You want to put that under value. It changes the map a little bit. Now we can get rid of this column. Alright. And we've got deaths in here twice. This is deaths from April 22nd, 2000. We don't want that. We want the April 23rd data. So what we can do is, alright, it's not going to let me remove it if it's being used over here in the metadata. So what I want to do is go to AM instead of AN. So oops, actually it did just delete it. So all you got to do is delete it and then make sure this goes back to AN. And what that metadata does is when you scroll over it, it gives you all this information, including the number of deaths, 19, deaths per capita, some other information on there. Alright. So this one is good to go now. I'm just going to export and publish, republish. Next graphic, which I believe is the last one, are county rankings. So this is similar to the number of deaths. This is per capita deaths ranked. All we're going to do, this one's real simple, just go to data, upload data file. So we're going to replace all the data with deaths per capita. Import publicly, next. Alright, and that basically just did all the work for us. It's all in there, but it's kind of scrambled. So we're going to go back to data. First thing we want to do is sort this last column, Z to A, and that lined it up real nice, but there's a bunch of blanks over here. All these ones with 0 deaths. So I'm going to grab every single one with 0 deaths. Just click on that 2, hold down shift, click on the last one with a 0 in it, and I'm going to right click and just remove all these rows. And you'll see that got rid of all the slack there. Alright, so that's got us export and publish, republish, and that should be it. You're all done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when you get Flourish open, you'll have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these top 7 graphics which we just updated. Alright.